Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how you can take better care of and clean your tech devices. Tech devices are very sensitive instruments, and many of you probably don't realize this. In reality, you need to start taking care of your tech devices as if they were little babies. That's right. You need to give your tech devices some TLC to make sure that they last longer than what I guess you could say what the industry should say that they last. Anything that you do regular maintenance on is going to last a lot longer. So that's why it's very important for you to make sure that you're taking care of your tech devices. Now, before we dive in, a lot of the instructions that I are sharing are going to be along the same lines as far as love and care is concerned. So, one of the big things that you don't want to do when it comes to taking care of your tech devices is to use a product like this Indust. What do we have here? Screen and electronic surface cleaning wipes. You definitely don't want to use these wipes to clean up your devices. Not only, well, these wipes aren't that dry, but anyway, these wipes usually have abrasive surfaces which can ruin your screens on your screens, if that really makes sense. Anyway, if you got these, don't use them to clean your devices. Um, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the only thing you don't want to do. Oh, one last thing. Paper towels may be tempting to use as far as your tech devices are concerned, as far as cleaning them. So get rid of the paper towels and don't ever use them to clean your tech devices. We'll throw those on the ground. Your best buddy when it comes to your tech devices is going to be the microfiber cloth. That was a horrible throw. Anyway, microfiber cloths are the best ways to take care of your screens. So it doesn't matter what tech device you have, out with the wipes, in with the microfiber cloth. So with that said, let's go forward as far as our tech devices. So let's talk about how to clean headphones. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a set of Bose headphones. Not into those. I've got some Apple AirPods that we can take care of. But one of the other tools that you want to use when it comes to a lot of your tech is a can of compressed air. Doesn't matter the brand, as long as you can pull the trigger and get some air out of there, that's what you want to use. Now, with any device where you've got crevices that you need to clean out, you don't want to blow on them because you're spreading germs, and of course, there's spit and other things that can get into those crevices. So, I like how that's sitting there. Anyway, if you want to clean your headphones or your AirPods, the first thing that you want to do is to remove each AirPod out of its container. Now, with your microfiber cloth, you want to take it, and this isn't going to be like the best job, but anyway, you want to wipe it down and get all the grime out of there as much as you can. Next, you can take your can of compressed air, blow it inside the case, and then the same thing with your headphones. You can spray those in there as well, and then you're set. Now, if you want to disinfect your device, again, you don't want to use these wipes. You want to use a solution of rubbing alcohol, probably 50-50, well, actually 20 parts, or not 20 parts, 20% rubbing alcohol to like 80% water. And it needs to be the isopropyl alcohol that you want to use. Once you make your mixture with water, we're going to pretend here because this ain't water, but it can be water, or we'll pretend. Anyway, if you've got any grime that you want to clean off your device, we'll move that out of the way. You can squirt some water in there and alcohol. Use your microfiber cloth, and then you're done. So let's put our AirPods back, and then we're set. There you go. So quick and easy tip as far as your headphones are concerned. Now, what about your smart or your fitness devices? Again, same thing. Let's go back to an Apple Watch, or everything's Apple, doesn't it? Seems like it. The best way to do is get our microfiber cloth, wipe that device down, and it's clean, and then you can put it back on. Now, in most instances, you don't really have to apply your isopropyl alcohol and water combination on these devices. Sometimes you can just rub them with a microfiber cloth and it'll actually clean your device up. So make sure that you just try to stick with using a microfiber cloth on a lot of this tech, and you should be in good shape as far as making sure it's clean. Now, the next one's going to be a challenge because it's kind of off to the side. So, smart devices, same thing. Let's see if we can grab a smart device. Time's not quite set right on it because it's connected to or it's not connected to the internet. Well, let me unplug this silly thing. And then we're going to go back, take a look at me. Your Alexa device. See if you can see from the side, it's kind of dusty. Again, microfiber cloth to get that dirt and grime off of that rather than using a paper towel. And this one, the screen is pretty clean, as you can see, and you don't necessarily have to spray anything on it. So let's take our water alcohol mixture, spray it onto our smart device, rub it down using the microfiber cloth, and as you can see, it's fairly clean. So let's go ahead and plug that back in and get it going, and then we'll move on to our next device. Now, when it comes to printers, and I'm not going to haul a printer out, but I will tell you, as far as printers are concerned, the only thing that you can do to a printer is to wipe out the surface with a microfiber cloth. Now, with printers, if they begin to leak or have issues with them, then it's time to get a new printer, especially if it's an inkjet printer. So if your printer is leaking ink, replace it, because those ink cartridges in printers are tightly sealed and you should not see any leakage whatsoever. Now, occasionally, depending on the model of your printer, you can run a printer diagnostics, which on inkjet printers will clear the ink out or the ink clogs out and allow it to start printing better. That's if you're getting smudges or you're getting streaks on your printer. Now, if you have a laser printer, um, there's really not much you can do. If you start to see streaks on a laser printer, then that means that the toner cartridges need to be replaced on the laser printer. Now, if you see toner leaking around your printer, then again, it's time to get a new toner cartridge or it's time to get a new printer. Printers are pretty cut and dry. There's not much maintenance when it comes to those. Now, what about flash drives? Flash drives are devices, obviously, there's not much cleaning to it, but again, you may have some grime on it and you need to clean it. So if you've got a flash drive like this one, get your buddy the microfiber cloth and just use the dry microfiber cloth to clean any ends off of a flash drive. If you have to use or you get some gunk on it and you have to use alcohol water mixture, you want to make sure that you let the flash drive dry for at least 5 minutes before you try to insert that flash drive into a device because you could ruin it. Now let's talk about gaming systems. Gaming systems, obviously, your kids have, and it's not necessarily the gaming device that you want to clean, but the TV screen, which we'll get to in a second. So if you have a handheld screen with a gaming system, like say this Nintendo Switch, it's the same process. If you've got it, you want to, and you've got kids, because these are touchscreen items, you want to spray your alcohol water mixture, your microfiber cloth, wipe it clean, and then you're done. Let's see. Let me turn this thing back on. There we go. Yeah, but as far as your console systems like your PlayStations and your Xboxes, then that's when you want to use a can of compressed air to spray inside those things to knock loose any dust you may have inside of them. That way you can make sure that that device is going to last forever. because dust is the major enemy when it comes to tech devices. So when you have any console device, take a can of air to it occasionally to make sure that you've cleaned all the dust out. Now, I've got a kind of funny, it's small, only a 24-inch screen, but let's talk about televisions. And I'm pulling one up, but there. Smart TVs. Smart TVs are smart TVs, but they need some TLC too. Now, most televisions, you can just go and grab a cloth and move that air out of the way. So again, just take a nice microfiber cloth, rub that. I feel like I'm playing an instrument or something like that. And make sure you remove any dust from it. Again, if you've got grime, just take your alcohol water mixture, get your microfiber cloth. I almost said green microfiber cloth, but anyway, let's rub that TV down and do it gently, because you can see if you add too much pressure on a smart TV, it definitely can ruin the screen. So once you've wiped it down, then you're done, and we can put the TV back and it's safe and sound. Now, what about smartphones? I knew we were going to get there eventually. So when it comes to your smartphone, the best things that you want to do to take care of a smartphone is to make sure that you get a protective case for your smartphone to ensure that nothing happens to it if you drop it. If you do without a case, then it's going to be big trouble. Also, one of the things that you want to do, and I'll talk on this first, is the charging port on your phone. Now, some of you are probably using wireless chargers to charge your phone, and you don't have to worry about the charger port. But if you do use the charging port, or if you contain your phone in your purse or your pocket, then it's always a good idea to get that compressed air, excuse me, and spray it in the charging port of the phone to make sure that you knock any dust loose. And then again, with your phone, under normal circumstances, you can just wipe this thing down. If it's dirty, because we all know they're touch screens, or you want to disinfect it, you've got two ways. If you use the water alcohol mix, then it will clean the screen and it will disinfect the smartphone. Now, the other method that you can use as far as your smartphone is concerned is to consider purchasing phone soap. And they ain't sponsoring me. I'm just throwing out a tech tip. Now, phone soap works two ways. Number one, if you open it up, if you have it facing the right way, then you can take your smartphone, drop it in the case, and then you can close it, and it will disinfect your phone over a period of about 10 minutes. But also, the newer versions of smart or phone soap will charge or wirelessly charge your phone. So it's a great way to make sure that your smartphone is going to stay nice and disinfected and clean as well. Now, after your smartphone, let's talk about laptops. Laptops can be a challenge because you're on them. What do you do to make sure that it's taken care of? Oh, I've got a laptop in front of me. So one of the first things we're going to do is to make sure that with your laptop, ooh, look, a laptop. So again, with the screen, this one's got a bunch of fingerprints on it. So we're going to take our water alcohol mixture, spray down that screen, wipe it down, and make sure that we get all the grime off of it. And especially with touchscreen laptops like this HP 2-in-1, you want to make sure that you clean it because you're going to be touching it quite a bit. Now, what about that keyboard? Keyboards can get messy. So, and crumbs. So you can just take your compressed air, spray that keyboard down, and knock all the dust and crumbs out of your laptop or 2-in-1, and you're going to be safe. I've got a lot of devices up here that I'm dealing with, so bear with me on this. Now we're talking about tablets. Tablet would be equivalent to your smartphone. Since you touch it quite a bit, you're probably better off using your alcohol water mixture, spraying that tablet down, getting the microfiber cloth, wiping it down, and again, most tablets are like large smartphones. So make sure that if you've got a charging port, get that compressed air in there to clear it out. Make sure that there's no dust or gremlins in there that are going to um, ruin your tablet. Now, finally, we can talk about how to take care of your desktop computer. I'm obviously on a desktop computer, so this is going to be a challenge. So for your screens, which I have two, again, you want to use water alcohol mix to make sure that your LED screen is taken care of and clean it out. Now, one of the things that you can worry about as far as your laptop is concerned, or not laptop, your desktop computer, is the keyboard. As you can, if you zoom in on this, you can see this keyboard is pretty grimy. So again, if you got a dirty keyboard for your desktop, just hold it up to the side, spray that keyboard down, get all the dust out of it. And same thing with your mouse. You can remove the cover for your mouse and you can spray the compartment where the battery is. A lot of times you don't. But the good thing about the current mice that we have, I had a lot of crumbs in my lap. You don't really have to clean the mouse because it's got the laser pointer on it. So it keeps it nice and handy. So with that said, if you've got comments and questions about how to clean those tech devices, leave them in the comment section below. I'd like to hear some of the things that you do in order to keep your tech clean. Now, as always, if you like this video or you know someone who needs some tech help, be sure to comment, like, and share this video with your friends who probably need to clean their devices. With all my videos, my goal is to open you up to a whole new world of ideas and experiences when it comes to your tech devices. I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.